All right, I wanted to show you today. One of the things I get a lot of times is people that write in and say, "Gene, how do you fix a carving?" I've had to do this myself so many times. 90% of the time, you do a carving for someone, and this is just a carving someone gave me that was broken, and 90% of the time what happens is usually it's the tip of the hat, or it's something like that, or a foot that is broken on a carving. And excuse me, I'm sorry, my asthma is acting up this morning. And someone asked me, well, how can you repair this carving? And I'm going to show you how we're going to repair this carving. Now, the key is not repairing it as much as it is kind of matching the colors on it, because this carving, you can see here, when they dropped it, it broke this off, but it also cracked this in here. So what I'm saying is it's going to be very flimsy in this area and everything like that. So what I usually end up doing is using a moto tool to help me do what I have to do to repair this carving. Now, excuse me, I'm sorry. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to get just a little. I take my moto tool and I just do just a little bit of sanding on this thing to get this. Looks like they tried to repair it somehow or pull the piece on. And 90% of the time, when you get a carving like this, now if you just had the piece that broke off, you could glue it back on. It looks like that's what they might have tried to do, and it didn't. But usually when you get these pieces, they don't have the rest of it, so you have to make a new piece for it. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to do it with the foot. As you can see, the foot has been broken and the hat has been broken. So what I'm going to do first of all is I'm going to take my moto tool and just lightly just get that surface off of it so that we can glue it. Okay, that's pretty straight right there. That looks pretty good in there. So let's go to the foot now. We were very fortunate that this broke pretty evenly. It didn't. It could have broken a lot worse. Now the foot, we got a different matter here. We're going to have to straighten this foot up. Okay. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my knife. Now, instead of trying to, we'd like to get a piece that is maybe as straight as we possibly can. So we want to clean this up just a little bit in here, so that we can put a piece on there. And then we take our little sander and we just hit it there, just lightly, just to get that straight, in other words, in there. Okay, actually this is not a real difficult fix here, but people, like I said, they bring you these things. And all right, let's see, let me find a piece of 1/4 inch. Here we go, something like this over here, a 1/4 inch piece of basswood. Now a 1/4 inch for the hat, but let's see here. Now for the hat, let me see if 1/4 inch. Yeah, 1/4 inches. No, it's not thick enough. It's not going to be thick enough, or is it? Let me put it down here. See, like that. Let me look at the top. Yeah, that's going to work. Okay. Okay. Let me show you what we're going to do here. Okay. We're just put this flat against here. If we can, you can see that. Just put it flat against there, and then all I'm going to do is just sort of draw out this way and draw a little, and then we can just sort of see that. Just I put that up against there like that, and just drew a little. And I'm going to cut that out, and I'm going to glue that to here, okay? Now the foot, we can't use the 1/4 inch piece because it's not thick enough, see? So we're going to have to get something a little bit thicker, which, here's a 3/8 inch piece right here. Let's see if that's going to be thick enough. Yeah, that's going to be thick enough, okay? So we'll just do that. And what I'm going to do is put this over here. We're just going to lay that up against that right there to kind of get the and then I'm just going to come out like this and draw like a little shoe like that. Okay, now I'm going to cut both these pieces out, and I'm going to cut them both out, and then I'm going to glue them. Now you want the glue to set a long time. I'm going to use some epoxy, but anyhow, you want it to set, I would say probably at least 8 hours or more. You don't want to go back too quickly trying to repair it, because then it's just going to break again. So, excuse me, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut these pieces out, and I'm going to glue them on to there, and then I'll come back and I'll show you how we'll shape this to fit. In other words, our pieces. As you can see, the shoe is broken a lot worse than the hat is. But like I said, you still have a little crack right here, but that's nothing you can do about that. You can maybe put a little super glue on it to seal it. But we'll go ahead and cut these out, glue these, and then we'll come back with our piece to show you how we can repair it. Okay, God bless.